biased. The game is such that it's been put together for you not to win. It's a bit like you get a 6-sided dice and you throw it, and on the face where you're supposed to have 6, you have a different number there, and somebody expects you to throw it until you get a 6. You will never get a 6 because it's not there. And so what needs to happen on a situation like that is you either change the rules and say, well, the winning number has to be a different number because it has to be a number you can actually pull, or you change the game and introduce a new dice, or you change the game. So that's why we are on this journey. We are on this journey because for generations and for hundreds of years, the reality is that over 80% of people are still suffering from financial exclusion from many countries within continental Africa. In some countries, that is nearly 95% or more. The continent is struggling with being able to exchange value with one another. We have 54 countries and working with over 40 different currencies within the continent, and trading with your neighbors, with your neighboring country, is probably more challenging for the ordinary person. And the resort is that people then just rely on using any other currency that they feel can be accepted in one country or another. And so we are on this journey, and we must always remind ourselves that we are looking for a solution to 2 problems. The first is an ecosystem or community that is accessible to all individuals, all businesses, all communities, and all governments. The second is a common instrument of exchange that is stable but accessible to everybody. And on that note, that's why we've launched Transact. And I'm going to open up the conversation with Transact. Brother B, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this session. I can see Brother Servius is also coming in. He's a bit, looks as if his connection is a bit slow, but I can hear you. And okay, he's in now. Yeah, but we can go ahead. I think.
Okay, before I go into Transact, any opening remarks from yourself, Brother Servius, or indeed any member of the audience, and then we can just go into Transact and do a quick introductory session there. The other thing that we're going to do today, it's a little game that we want to try. We want to try a little game, almost like a raffle, just to get people used to being able to use their Transact. So if your Transact, if you don't have a balance in your Transact, then you wouldn't be able to participate. Or if your Transact account has not been created, you may not be able to participate. But the idea is that every time we meet like this, we will do a number of things. In order to participate in that raffle, you have to pay 1 Lumi into a raffle box. And then in the course of the evening, we would allow probably 10-15 minutes for people to do that. And then a random member of the audience will draw out 5 numbers that can be used to match the entry of the 1 Lumi payment that is an indication of registration for the game. And each of those 5 people will receive a free email, mailbox, Swift Mailbox account. As you know, an accessible email address is actually still one of our biggest challenges as a closed community. We have the numbers and the evidence in front of us. And then what will happen is that a second person from the audience will draw a random number, and that person would be the winner for 50% of what's in the raffle box. And whatever is left, 50%, will then be carried on to the next bi-weekly meeting. And we repeat the game as we go on like that. We believe that by doing that, we create an interactive time during the session when we can all practice how to use Transact. People get free email access, and you have a chance to take away 50% of whatever is contributed into that pot on that particular occasion. And then the remaining 50% will simply be moved over to the next meeting. And we carry on doing that for as long as it's necessary. Okay, so I'm going to stop. I just thought I mentioned that. Thanks.
Dr. Linus, in addition to that, the winner will get a copy of my book, which is valued at about $15, on generational wealth creation, your master plan. Excellent.
Excellent. So that's
all that we need to do is to cover their shipping for the book.
Yeah.
But they'll get a copy of my book.
Very good. Any other opening remarks before we go into Transact? And what we'll do as Coffee is show you how to access it, how to use it, so that when it comes to participating in that raffle, then you can take part. And hopefully by doing that, we all become familiar in using it. And in the course of that exercise, I hope it will begin to open up our mind on the possibility of Transact and what we can use our exchange, our ability to exchange value in real time to be able to achieve and drive business opportunities.
Yeah, I think we can get into it.
Okay, very good. Let me share my screen. And, okay. So when you are within Connect, as we've always said, Connect is like the meeting place. And in Connect, you can access your account. All the things that you may want to do on your Swift account, you should be able to access them from this menu item here. Now, all the things that you might be able to do with Transact, we will keep adding them here as those new features become available. Okay. All the things that you need to access on email, they will be available here. To access your mailbox, you'll simply go here and click. So now imagine a scenario where you go and you want to create a Transact account. You click on Create Transact Account. If you need to confirm the email or you need to do anything else, you switch to email immediately and you remain within Connect and do what you need. So Connect, again, is our meeting point. It's the place where you can access all the services, and you can expect a proliferation of these services going forward. If you want to go into the shopping mall, then you would go to shop. If you need help, you go into the help. You will create your tickets, you would get access to documentation, you would search the community to find other people. On the help, we have moved the chat so that perhaps if you want to have a one-to-one with somebody that you're transacting or trading with, then you should be able to do that. Okay. Where there are plans available, these are here, but these are relevant to being able to move balances still within account. Okay, these will stay in place. But the moment you link your Transact account with your Swift account, you can issue the instruction to move as much balance as you want, and there is no restriction at all on Transact as to how much you can transact with for now. So how do you sign up to Transact? You simply go to Create Account. But before we do that, what is Transact? Let me again summarize. Transact is if I go to the dashboard, if I'm not logged in, then it should, just a second, I'm just going to try and switch to the dashboard. Okay, so logged in there, so I'm going to log out so that we can all see. So this is the inclusive ecosystem. Transact is an improved financial inclusion tool which enables members to make payments in any currency without converting globally, with Lumi as the singular underlying instrument. And remember, Lumi here is the central bank issued digital currency of the African Diaspora Central Bank, which is the currency for the economic community of the African diaspora. So the idea that for the first time with Transact, you can make payments in Lumi, but with a completely local currency experience. And that local currency experience means that if you are in South Africa, you will choose South African rand and you will do your transactions as though you are doing them in South African rand, but the underlying instrument of exchange is the singular underlying, is Lumi as the singular underlying. When you travel to Nigeria, you will switch to Nigerian Naira and so forth. So to get started, you would simply click on this button to get started. If you already have your account, you would simply log in. If you don't, you will create one, okay? So just to show you this end to end, we're now going to create the Raffle box, okay? I'm going to create Raffle box, and I'll just call it simply Raffle box. And it is into this Raffle box that all the Raffle, anyone who wants to participate in the bi-weekly raffle that we'll be holding every time we meet, you need to send your one Lumi payment to participate on that occasion into that box. As a matter of rule, if you send a payment before the date of the meeting, it will not be counted. It will only be something that is done during a very defined window when we meet on a bi-weekly basis. The important thing is that it should help people to begin to use the Lumi to know how to do transactions on Transact. Okay, you need to obviously provide an email address. I am going to put. So if you
please host, can you mute hot infix hot 10 please?
I'm actually looking for the person. I can't see.
I can't see him. Infix hot 10.
I've muted him twice.
Okay,
I
so
muted him twice, and I can see that he opens it again.
We're going to create a mailbox. The reason I'm going through this process is that we want members of the community to have this secure mailbox that they can use to access services from Connect. I'm just going to go in there just very quickly. And right now, I'm going to create that mailbox account. Mail create, and we're going to create inbox account, and we're going to call it mailbox. Raffle box. Raffle.box at inbox.swiffen.com, and we'll just put a password. We'll log into it. Okay. So when you request your email, this is the simple creation process for that email. We have to do this. There is no way to do this yourself through a public channel because it has to remain secure and private. Okay, so I've created raffle.box at swiffen.com, at inbox.swiffen.com. Now, I'm going to show you how to log into that, because for many of you who have that email address, this is the way you would access it. You would access it in exactly this way. So we would come in here, go to email, and you would click on access Swift Mailbox, okay? When you go do that, it will take you to this window where you simply log in. The one we've just created is raffle.box, if I recall that right, and it is raffle.box@inbox.swiffen.com. Okay, and the password that I specified, I'll just put that. I hope I can remember that correctly. And then you log in. Okay, so once you request your email, this is how you will be able to access your email. Once it's created, it's accessible instantly. And remember, this email is available to communities that want to distribute it to their community members. The communities will get it for $1 each, and they can retail it for $2. So 50%. But perhaps that may be varied depending on which community we are dealing with at any particular time. All right. So that's how easy and how quick it is to access your inbox. If you want to send an email, of course, you can just click here and be able to compose your email and send. So let's go back to our screen on the page where we were earlier on. Did I think I'm just trying to get back onto the dashboard. Okay, and so what we did was clicked on Get Started, and we said we wanted to create a new account, and we want to call that account Raffle Box. And this is purely for the purposes of the raffle that we're going to run on a bi-weekly basis. So Raffle Box at inbox.swiffen.com, and we'll put a phone number there. I'm just going to put that for now, and a password. Okay. Once you provide this basic information, confirm your password. And then you're in. Okay. So obviously, it will take you straight to your dashboard. And on your dashboard, you will see your balances. The two important things you need to note are the account number, your Transact account number. Let me make the screen slightly smaller. And your balance. Okay. Now, if you just want to transact in Lumi, then you will typically keep this as Lumi. But if you do your transactions with a local currency experience, with a local currency, I think we have a okay. If you are in Nigeria, then you would typically just select Nigerian Naira so that your balance will be displayed in Nigerian Naira equivalent. It does not mean that you can go and withdraw Nigerian Naira. Okay, it just means that the Transact is enabling you to display your balances in your local currency and for you to be able to initiate payments in values that are equivalent to your local currency. The underlying value that is transferred across will always be Lumi. Okay. If you are in Jamaica, then you would obviously select Jamaican dollars, and you would have your local currency experience in Transact while making payments in Lumi. If you are in Ethiopia, you'll pick Ethiopian birr. If you are in Malawi, you pick Malawian kwacha. In South Africa, South African rand, and so forth. All right. Now, the question that many would ask is, how do you get value into this account? The next step would be, before you actually start thinking of putting value into your account, would be to submit this KYC information here. So you click this button and you would provide the necessary information that is required. Your full name, your passport number, your passport or ID document. You need to upload it as a file. You need to put your present address, your permanent address, your SWIFT ID number. This is important. Now, for those who do not have a SWIFT account, you are still encouraged to create one, because on the one hand, the SWIFT account is where the Lumi is produced and distributed. The Lumi stimulus will always continue to be paid there. So you still need that. Transact is to give you the local currency experience in doing transactions with Lumi. Okay, you'll put your country and your city, and then you submit. That's all you have to do, and then wait. The support team is working very hard in the background to activate this and to check that the KYC information you provided is cross-checked and validated. But typically, when you trigger a transfer of value from your SWIFT account into Transact, that triggers an automatic check at some point in the course of the next 24 hours or so, where your ID will be checked against the SWIFT account ID that you provided. And remember, it is a one-to-one mapping. You can only have one Transact account linked to one SWIFT account. If you have a business account, you can have a business account on Transact and link those two. Your private account or personal account on Transact should be linked to your personal account on the SWIFT platform. And you can only request to transfer value from the SWIFT account that belongs to the same person. You cannot request to transfer value into a Transact account that does not belong to the originating SWIFT account owner. These are very important things for the community to understand, because if you don't do it like that, then the transaction will always be declined. Don't think if you try it many times, there is a possibility that you might be lucky that it will just go through. Okay. All right. So that is Transact. Now, how do you send a payment into this Raffle box? I would encourage everybody who already has an account to take note of. I'm going to go back onto the home page. Remember, this is to get people familiar with using Transact. Okay, so we're going to do it in the form of a game. I'm going to have that game every time we meet. So this is the ID that everybody must take note of. What I would suggest is that you actually save this and add it to your account. Let me show you how you can then make a payment. So very quickly, I'm going to log into my own account, and I will make a transfer of 1 Lumi into that as an example. Okay. So let's copy that. And then I'm going to log out of here and then log into my own account. So if you go to Transact menu and click on Transact dashboard, it should take you straight to the login screen. So the fastest way to access anything is to use this menus on Connect. Okay, these menus are at the very top. But if you are already here and you feel more comfortable working with the localized menu, then you can do that too. You can click on this localized menu here and you can click on login and it still brings you to the same page. It's just much faster to do it right from here. So I am going to try and see if I remember my email address for my own account. Just 1 second. I haven't been logged into it recently, so I would imagine it's linus.tube@gmail.com. Probably. Let me try that, because we were testing this with different email accounts. With a bit of luck, I can also remember the password. Let me try. If it doesn't work, I'll just use the number. Okay, perfect. I'm logged in. So as you can see, I use Jamaican dollar here. But if I want to make a payment in Lumi, I must switch to Lumi. Okay. And so it's showing the balance in Lumi. And if I want to make a payment now, I just go to, I click on this menu here and then click on transfer. Okay. Now, if you're doing it with a localized menu, then you can do it like this. If you want to do the menus from Can we mute everybody, please? Okay, you can do the same thing by accessing the menu from here. So you go to Transact and you go to Send Money, okay? One click. But if you want to do it with the localized menu, you have to open the localized menu here, and then you click on Transfer, then you click on Send Money. But that takes you there directly. You then enter the ID of destination. Now, when you click on the name, it should come up with the name of the recipient account, which is the account we just created as part of this demonstration. So, and that was the Raffle box. And I'm going to now send one Lumi into the Raffle box. Remember, I've entered one, and it is one Lumi because I have selected African Kingdom's Lumi as my working currency for this account. If I was doing this in Nigeria and I wanted to go to a local restaurant to pay for something, then I would pick Nigerian Naira. In South Africa, you would pick South African rand. In Jamaica, you would pick Jamaican dollars and just do that. And then once you're done, you just click submit. Okay. Now, this is quite important because we are going to use this as part of a game every time and to show you how quickly you can make payments to people without a struggle. It's important to try and save the account that you use often. Okay, so by just simply clicking on save when you do the transaction for the first time. So that transaction is done and the account has been saved. So if I now go to my transaction history, where you can access transfers and transfer history, then you would see the transaction into Raffle box for one Lumi. Okay. Now, if I switch to US dollars, then you would see the value of that transfer in US dollars. It's about 15.34 today. Okay. If you are doing this in Nigeria, then you can of course use NGN, and you see the equivalent in Nigerian Naira of that transfer that I've made. Okay, the value that the value that you enter is denominated in the equivalent value in the local currency that you select. So I'm going to go back to AKL. Now, as a simple rule of the game, if you were going to participate, then of course we have agreed that it needs to be one Lumi and not one US dollar and not one Jamaican dollar and so forth. So if you did the transaction by selecting any other currency other than Lumi, then it will be disregarded, completely disregarded. And because this is a pooled community account for the purpose of this bi-weekly meeting, it will just remain there. The winner for the day will take half of whatever is there, we'll give it to them, that's 50%, and then the remaining 50% will be carried on to the next meeting, okay? And we will do it like that for as long as we have these sessions. And hopefully through that, many people will get the opportunity to get access to quite a lot of Lumi. We have no idea how much that pot can grow, and so good luck. Again, this is to show you how to use Transact. So if I now log out and I go back into the other account that we created, again, Transact menu, Transact dashboard, and then you log in. The email address we used was raffle.box@inbox.swiffen.com. And if I had saved it, that's it. So there we are. I've got one Lumi, and that is the one Lumi that I sent into that account. Okay. So I'm going to stop there. The next thing I'm going to show very quickly is how do you transfer your balance from your Swift account into your Transact. It's actually very straightforward. What you do is you go to the Transact menu or the account menu. Either one takes you to the same place, and you click on this button here which says transfer AKL to Transact. When you click on it, it will come up with a window where you now need to log in. Whenever you see this access denied, don't worry, just click OK, and the login window will come. Now, from there, you need to log into your Swift account. Remember, you can make your login details the same for Transact if you want, but remember that to log into the account, you're using your Swift ID. Log into Transact, you're using your email address. To log into Connect, you're using your email address. I know it sounds like many things, but hopefully you would be able to keep track. So I need to log into your account. You can also access that menu on account and then click on member login. Okay. When you do that, it should take you here, and you just choose the ID that you want if you had saved it. And there you go, you're logged in. Now, when you are logged in and you want to do the transfer, if you want to look for it, the menu yourself, you go to account, and it is system payment. It is the only system payment that community members have access to at the moment, and that is to make a transfer into Transact. When you click on it, it will then open this menu where you have to complete the details. You don't have to worry about, okay, where is it, on which menu it is, and it may be difficult to actually get this on the mobile phone. Don't worry, just go straight to the top menu on account, within Connect, and just choose, let me close that, and just select this menu item here, which says, where is it? Where is it going?
It's on Transact. It's on the Transact menu.
Sorry, that's the wrong click. Connect. Something went wrong. Contact administrator. Okay. It's available. Somehow my screen has changed a little bit. Just bear with me 1 second, please. When this happens, just refresh. There is cache. We do a lot of caching of content to improve speed of access. So whenever you get that kind of scenario, just refresh your screen. So it should be on here, account, Transact, transfer AKL to Transact. Because I've already logged in, when I click this now, it will just open up for AKL. So it's very quick, hopefully very. So amount transfer, this one is not showing me all the, okay, there you go. I thought the form was different. So if I want to transfer 10 Lumi, then I would enter 10. It says AKL transfer to Transact. You must enter your destination Swift ID, Transact ID, which is the PE number, and then the name of your account, where the name on the Transact account. If it is Linus Etube, then make sure it's Linus Etube. This will be checked against your ID. And of course, the source account also has to be the same. You cannot transfer into from a different source account to another. And so when the transaction is checked, the simple things to be looking for are these two names the same? They have to be the same, but the check doesn't stop there. They will go into the actual Swift account to verify that, in fact, the name that is entered here is the name that is on the Swift account. And when it comes to Transact, they would simply enter this to bring up the name, because that is the unique identifier. People can share the same name, but that unique identifier is unique. And then the name will come up, and then the ID associated with that name will be checked. Okay. Before the transaction is authorized.
I think, Dr. Linus, on that note, I just want to talk a bit about the KYC. What we are seeing is that a number of the members, where they are requested to enter their ID, some people will just put a picture and not an ID. Where they are required to put a profile picture, they'll just take a random picture and put it there. Maybe the picture of a plant or something, or a cat, because they are lovers of cats. They will just put a picture of a cat. Note that anyone who submits a KYC that looks like that will be rejected, because we look at all of that information to make sure that the data that we have on each of the members is quality data. It's actually true data and a true representative of the member who is using Transact. You can carry on.
Okay, so that is so important. Now, imagine a scenario where you submit your information, somebody has to spend time to check it, only to reject it. And you then have to spend more time to actually update it again later on. It's a waste of resources. It's a waste of time. And as a community, I think we need to uphold ourselves to certain minimum standards and expectations, that we will work together as a community to make the work, the hard work that the support team and all who are working very hard in the background are doing. Let's make that work a little easier for them, so that when they say put a name, put your name. And the name should be exactly the same way that it appears on your identity document. When they say upload your passport or upload your ID, please upload your ID, because the reason they're asking for that information is to help you gain access. And remember, our mission is twofold. We want to drive access to financial inclusion to every household, and we want to ensure that as a community, we have a single instrument of exchanging value wherever we are. And so as we remain very focused on that, of course, that single value of exchange is the Lumi. Now, many of you may not be aware, but we spent a good part of close to 8 months on the continent of Africa fairly recently. And the evidence of poverty is real, it's in your face. The need for people to be included in the new digital economy is real, it's in your face. The need to have a single instrument of exchange so that as individuals and businesses, we can all participate in the new African continental free trade area, which enables free movement of goods, services, and investment across the continent. You want to be able to sit in South Africa and trade with somebody in Nigeria or in Ethiopia or in Malawi. At the moment, there isn't a tool that is accessible to all individuals and all businesses and even all governments. People still have to grapple and struggle with exchanging from one currency to another and losing a lot of value in the process, let alone the fact that the continental currencies have faced a significant decline in their value consistently over many years. And so if you are somebody who is saving for the future, then you realize that after having saved for 10 years, your money is only half what it should have been, because it's lost 50% of its buying power. Now, we can't expect the rest of the world to solve these problems for us. These are problems that we have to address and we have to find firm solutions for. As challenging as it might be, as difficult as it might be, these are the challenges of our time. And if we spend our time and we go through life and we don't make an attempt to solve the problems that face our generation, we wouldn't prepare the next generation to have a better life than we had. We wouldn't lay the sufficient foundation for the future generation to build on. We wouldn't be impacting humanity enough to the extent that God has endowed us with the ability to do that. And so that is why today we carry on with that journey, that collective journey of our forebears to do what we can in our time to bring impactful change to the lives of others, so that when we are gone, they have a better world than the one we inherited. When we are gone, they have a better ecosystem to create more wealth than we were ever able to create in our own time. So that from generation to generation, we see a marked improvement in life beyond our own life, beyond our own time. So this is not about anybody. This is not about ADCB. It's not even about singularly Eco6. It's about every individual. It's about humanity. It's about making a difference. And that's why the movement for me is so strong. And that's why it continues to be strong. So let's carry on. Let's do whatever it takes to make sure that this movement continues. Okay, so I think I'm going to stop there, Brother B. Is there something I haven't covered, which I'm supposed to cover?
That's it. That's it for now. I think that while we start heading towards the Raffle, I just need to raise a number of elements which we have picked up over the last few days. We are noticing that a lot more people are transacting. We are noticing that a lot more people are complying with the KYC, albeit a few people still, putting dummy images and stuff like that. But all we are saying is that as we progress, let's make sure that we follow the processes as outlined, so that when it comes to transacting, you don't have any restrictions, you don't have any blockage because your KYC has not been, approved. The second element, which is also very important, I can see a number of questions are coming through on the chat, which I think we will address when we get to the questions. I've seen a number of questions coming. And there were a number of people also standing, at the door. But the key element of this phase of our work is that there are new things that are going to be coming. We are trying to minimize the newness of all these things. So we are only introducing it in bite sizes so that we do not lose anyone. We are only introducing them in very, very minimal sizes so that we don't lose anyone. For those who were here from the beginning, you would have noticed that we started showing some images from Swift TV that we are going to also announce in the coming weeks. And we would, it's actually going to be something that would be very, very good for everyone. We're actually trying as well at the moment, talking about the TV, to see if we can get Woman King onto the TV so our members can watch because it was a recommendation from the executives meeting that everyone should watch it. And hopefully we'll get it on the TV before the week runs out, and then everyone can watch on Swift TV within Connect. Brother Servius, welcome. I realized you came in a bit late today, and you have been very quiet in the back.
You see?
Brother Servius, are you there? It's on mute. See there? No, he's not. It looks as if he's having a problem with his connection today, because I actually saw that he kept coming in and going out, coming in and going out. Okay, so Dr. Lionel,
Yes.
I think we can move into the raffle right now. While we are giving everybody the chance to do that, I'm going to share my screen and some of the, so we can enjoy some of the sounds from Swift TV.
Okay, so
right.
we allow maybe about 10 minutes. Is it 10 to 15 minutes so people can get into their Transact and they can try to find out how to make that transfer of 1 Lumi and make sure it's in Lumi. In the meantime,
okay, and if there's anyone who doesn't understand how it works, you can also ask. We would also be looking at the chat and responding to some of the questions on the chat. Yeah.
For those that want to put in a request to transfer from their Swift account into, if you haven't updated your KYC, do it quickly. If you want to request a transfer from your Swift account, you can do that now, and we would try our very best to go through all of those, and also within that 10 to 15 minute window, approve as many that are on the queue as possible, so that everyone can participate. Okay, Brother Mbi, you can share your screen and get the music going, and we will allow 15 minutes on the clock. Perhaps we time it. So let's treat this as a little break where you can now go and do what needs to be done.
Where is the login tab to log into Connect account? I'm at the site that don't see login tab.
How the video is like?
Live no. I'm gonna do this live no.
Perhaps to assist people who may have forgotten or not captured that number, we display that number on the screen. Should I share my screen and show that number for the Raffle box?
If you want not this
Nadia one. The TV Nadia you go put am.
no net where you put that.
For put am here now.
And I didn't really want
Oh, guy, face the put for there, you know good. What am I?
Yeah, we finished. Come on, stand up. Stand up on speak. Then I keep speaking out of black rose. I'm getting there.
Brother B, if you stop sharing, then I will display the Transact the Transact account number for the Raffle box.
I've stopped sharing. You can
Okay,
share.
that's super. So hopefully that makes it easier.
I thought you could put it on the chat.
Yes, I will also put it on the chat so that it's easy for people to copy. But because we're going to be doing this every bi-weekly session, when you do the transaction, remember to save it. So next time you don't have to put it in.
Sit down.
From one operation to the next. To get us the most out. But the series of information. Your best.
It looks like people are struggling. There's only 3 payments that have come in.
Good evening, sir. Hello, sir.
If you don't have a balance, ask another member of the community to send you some, for example. Because this is all part of practice so that people are familiar on how to use Transact.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Hello, sir.
Yes, hello?
Yes, sir. We tried doing the transaction. It's saying we have to send more than 10.
You have to send more than?
More than.
No. Are you doing it on Transact? That's the requested transfer. Yes, to request a transfer, you need to transfer a minimum of 10.
So let me get it right correctly now. Are we transferring from Transact, or we are transferring from our account to the Transact?
Okay, if you want to transfer your balance from account, that's where you do the AKL, transfer AKL to Transact. That is from your Swift account into your own Transact account. If you already have some Lumi in your Transact, this particular exercise is only from your Transact account into this Transact account number here. It will not work on your Swift account.
Okay, beautiful.
This is only for Transact.
I've done my own with you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
The idea is if you don't have, you can request from a member to send it to you on your.
Amen to that, sister. I hear you.
No one's that nice for free. A man of steel is pulling the steel rope over your eye.
Brother Okoro, can you please mute? Brother Okoro, can you please mute?
Looks like the natives are resting.
MB, can you hear me? I am at the Swiffin site. I cannot find the login icon for Connect. The login tab.
Try clicking on Join Connect.
I click that, it's asking me to register. I already have a Connect account. I need to log in. I need a login tab.
Try clicking on Post.
Post.
Yes.
Can we get a login tab to log in?
We can add that if it's going to help.
Yes.
Okay, we can add that. But if you're not logged in and you click on post it and you scroll down, there is a login box.
Now, when I click on post, I have POS web,
Post.
point of sale.
Post, not point of sale. Post, P-O-S-T.
Okay, can you please, okay, I see. Can you please put an obvious login tab? Because nobody referred to post as login. They're not interchangeable actions.
Okay, very good point. We will action that.
And also, I have several people registered for their account to get their 16-digit account for the stimulus. However, they're not receiving their 16-digit account number. They're only receiving an email saying, congratulations, click here to log in to your account, but there is no, you obviously need your 16-digit account number to log in.
Okay, the answer to that is that the email they receive contains a link that they have to click. When they click that link, it verifies that the email account actually is a real email account, and then they will receive the number.
Yes, so that's after the fact. They receive that email, they click on it, and they get a message saying or email saying your email is verified. And obviously it's verified. And then there's nothing that comes after that.
Okay, I mean, just for the benefit of everyone else, I was actually on the phone with somebody else who had a similar experience. He clicked it once, it will take you into Connect. And then he clicked it again and it displayed the details. So maybe
what displays, where is the details displayed? When you say the details, are you referring to their account ID, the 16?
The Swiffin ID, it will also be displayed on the screen. So
is it displayed at the Connect site and it's not sent in an email? Is this what you're saying?
It will take you, when you click on that link, it will take you into Connect. Now, if it's not visible on the screen, click on the link again.
Yes, it does take them to Connect and that site says to log in. It gives you the login box, but you cannot log in without the ID.
That's very true. So when they click the first time and it takes them to Connect and they don't see the details, they should click the link again.
And we've done that. Like I've been doing that with my son all week for days, and I have other members that have signed up and nothing is happening.
Sorry. Okay, we would look into it and we'll try and fix it and make it easier and better.
It would be a lot easier if you just send them the ID number so they can just use to get in. So they'll have that in their email.
If you look at the thousands of email addresses or emails that get bounced when we try and send transaction information to a customer, then you'll understand the Swiffin ID will never be sent out to anybody who has not validated their email address.
Okay,
as a result of a lot of bounced messages.
Okay, so it's new protocols you've put in where that is concerned.
Correct, yes. If I show you the email addresses of bounced messages, you will feel sorry, because our servers are working hard, sending messages to inboxes that really don't exist.
But Dr. Linus, I want to confirm what Goddess.
I can't hear you.
Like he got cut off.
All right. Hopefully he'll join.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Hello.
Hello. Is
maybe if can they check their spam box, and then if they find they can find email from Swift, they click not spam, and it goes into their inbox for future purposes.
Hello.
Yeah, we've done that. We've checked the spam, the junk, everywhere.
Hello. Hello.
The Swift is no longer sending the digital ID to emails.
I want to participate in the draw. I just transferred from my account
Hello.
to Transact.
Hello. Good evening. Hello.
Yes.
Good evening.
Yes. Good evening.
This is Kingsley Sajere from Stapler, Delta State, Nigeria. I have a challenge with my email. Though fortunately enough, I've been able to register about 80-something persons thereabout. But in my own case, I find it difficult to get messages due to the fact that my email, the one I used in registering, was at yahoo.com. But later, the system now presented at gmail.com, which is not accessible to me, which I cannot access. So I find it difficult to get my mail now. So I want to readjust that email address. So what do I do?
You can raise a ticket. If you purchased a Swift mailbox address, I think there is then we can change it for you as well.
Okay.
But raise the ticket and provide an email address. The support team will attend to it. If you need, that is, if you have an email address that works, use it. But if you need one, then we can create one for you.
Guys, I think we would end the raffle right now. For everybody who has a question, this is not the right time for the question. When we are doing different things, all the questions that are coming through, we are not going to be able to deal with it with all we have in a sequence. So we are now 15 minutes. Dr. Linus, I think we can wrap it here. Irrespective of how much is there, the process was meant just to get everybody to start getting familiar and to know how to use, how to transfer, how to pay, and all of that. Anybody who has a question, you post your questions when we get to the slot for questions.
Very good. So thank you very much. Now let's have a look how many payments came in. I'm just going to go to more and look at transactions. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not counting the one I made, the first transaction I made as a test transaction. Now, obviously that one is disqualified. It says 0. Maybe they selected a different currency. Right? And so part of the process, I think I probably went to that screen too soon. But part of the process is that a random member of the public would pick 5 numbers. And those numbers would be in line with the order in which the payments came in, for example. And then they should also pick 1 number randomly. So let's do that. Brother B, can you coordinate that? We want 1 random member of the team, 5 numbers. and we will try and match those 5 numbers to the list of payments that came in. And another member should pick one number, and we would match that number to the payment that came in, and that would be the winning number. Okay? So let's go for it. And we would count all the payments. If you still want to make a payment as this is going on, before the decision is made, we will still count it.
Yeah.
Any volunteer?
I can see Callum Davids has sent a message. So Callum Davids will be the person doing the draw.
Okay. So Callum just needs to pick a number between 1 and, let's see how many payments have come in now. I'm just going to refresh the balance. Okay, so it's an easy task. Pick a number between pick a number between 1 and 5. Then, so because we wanted to pick 5 numbers, all the 5 entries will qualify for the free email address. And now we just need to pick one number as a winning number.
Callum, did you pick a number? I'm not seeing.
He posted a 3 in the chat.
Yes, I posted the 3.
3. Okay. So if 3, then we go to the transactions and we look at the payment that corresponds to number 3. That's number 3, which is this one. Right.
And we look at who?
AKL1. So please take a look at your payment, and if your payment matches this one that is highlighted in bold, then you need to post your PE number to the group, to the chat box. You are the winner. Number 3. For number 3, that's the transaction number. That transaction number has to match the transaction number in your outbound payment. Okay. The way you get it, you go to transfers and you go to transfer history. Okay. And it will be displayed here for your outbound transactions. Just make sure that it matches.
It will be the second item.
Yeah. Or in fact, why don't I let me log in and retrieve it so that we can save a bit of time. Just 1 second. I will retrieve that information now. Just 1 second. We're looking at all the transactions. The winning transaction is that one. So I'm just going to pick that up. Okay. That was from Maurice Tembo, Maurice.tembo.
So Maurice is the winner.
That was from Maurice Tembo. Is Maurice on the line?
Yes. Maurice Tembo is from Malawi. Yes, this is Maurice Tembo speaking.
Okay, Maurice, can you see that? Can you confirm that that's transaction number that you have? You're the only one who would have it, nobody else.
Sorry?
Can you confirm that that number that is highlighted on the screen is what you have in
Yes.
the Outbox. You will be the only one who has it, nobody else.
That's 220.
No, it starts with 74. It's 74A 5166. This one that's highlighted.
Oh, I can't see it clearly here as well.
No, go onto your Transact, open transaction transfer, and then the last item on the drop down is history.
Okay, so you mean I should go to Transact?
Yes.
Then
you would see transfer, you click transfer. The last item on that drop down is history. Click history.
Transfer history.
Then transfer history, and you would see this, you would see it in there.
Ah, okay. I'm trying to scroll back because I was, This is my, is it a transact ID?
Yes, the transaction number.
Transaction number, recent, is it?
The second one on top, when you're looking at all the details of the transfer, the second line is the transaction ID.
What I have now, today is 13, is it? Because
okay, let me show you. Let me show you.
So the line will show it on the screen.
So you will go to transfer. You click transfer, and then you click on transfer history. When you click on transfer history, it will be listed there.
Actually, I'm using a mobile phone. So
it will look exactly like this on a mobile phone.
Is it?
Yes.
Going by what I have here.
That's fine. I mean, it's you. We just want to confirm that is you so that you can take a screenshot of that and share, or just copy that number and post it into the chat so everybody can see as part of the process that you are the only one who has that number. We know it's number 3, but you need to post that number into the chat as confirmation that you're the only one who has it. We have identified that is you, but we want to display it on the screen so that everybody can see that indeed it is you.
I think the problem is that with me here, if I can actually look at the is it recent transaction?
Yes.
I have one which I sent
That's
today,
fine.
and
that would be the one. You can use that.
Sorry.
What's the number there?
The number which the first one.
Yes.
You mean the first one?
There is only one, right?
I think I'm getting confused because what I can see on my recent transactions, I have actually two different transactions. The new one, what I had is like
that's fine. Just post your PE number, please. Just post your PE number on the chat.
Okay, my PE number.
Yes.
All right. So
Transact account number.
Okay, fine then.
Post it on the chat.
Going by chat. A PE number.
So when we closed, that number it was showing as number 3, but other transactions have since come in, which of course, if a transaction comes in after we've closed and a decision is made, we don't count it, okay? But it still counts at what is in the pot.
Okay, so sending my PE number.
Please. post it as quickly as you can, please. Apologies, this exercise is taking long, but what we want to achieve is to have a window of opportunity where people can practice how to use Transact.
Yeah, I have sent it.
Okay, that's the one. And so the total amount. Okay, the total amount in the pot is 5 Lumi. We said 50% will go to the winner and 50% will remain in the pot. So at this point, 2.5 will go to Maurice Tembo. Okay.
Yay!
So
what is it? Thank you so much, people of continental Africa. I'm happy for that.
Okay, thank you. I mean, of course, this is the start, and it's a little game, and I hope we look at it as in the spirit of practicing the facility. But I can imagine that after many meetings, the amount that will be in that pot will be quite substantial. So when we meet the next time, there will be 2.5 already in there, or any other amount that has been transferred into it, either directly or in error. There will always be the amount in the pot. None of it will be used for any other transactions other than paying out prices during the meeting times. Okay? So again, just to confirm, I'm going to go to the home screen, and it is 5 Lumi. And so right now, to make a payment to Maurice, this is the process. Again, please watch carefully for those who were not able to do it earlier. Make sure you select AKL Lumi. The second payment that came in was not selected. AKL Lumi was not selected because it looks like it was a very valuable currency. So you go to this menu here, you click on transfer, you then click on send money. You enter the ID number that you want. As soon as you enter that, you click there, the name comes up, so that's Maurice Tembo. Okay, and then you enter the amount. And we said openly that it would be 2.5 Lumi. And 2.5 will remain in the pot for next week. And we submit. So
thank you so much.
That has gone to Maurice. Maurice, please confirm that you've got it.
Yes, I will check now. No, but I'm actually taking time. So can I be given some time, please?
Yeah, that's fine. So to check the transfer that you made, you go to transfers and you go to transfer history, and that is the transfer to Maurice Tembo for 2.5 Lumi. The status is completed. Okay, and that's from the pot. And that concludes, apart from the fact that we would now use the details that have been received to create the email address. Can I suggest that each person who submitted for the 5 submissions, please just post your first name dot last name into the chat box so that we can create that email address for you. And if you want, we can do that right now, or we can do it later and send you the details. It's only 5 and it should be very quick. So perhaps we take the first, Brother Mbi, we do it right now, right?
Yes, we take the first 1 or 2 and then we'll do the rest offline.
Yes, so please just bear with us. I would ask you to give me the name. So the first name was Maurice.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one is Maurice, of course. And we would simply come in here and we would create the email box for Maurice. And it should be, the conversion is first name dot last name. So that is Maurice dot Tembo. Okay. At inbox.swiffen.com. Maurice, I'm going to just put, in order to make life easy for everybody, I know this is on public display, but I'm going to put the password as 123456. So when you log in, you can change it yourself, okay? And create Mailbox. That's done. What's the next person? Please just give me first name dot last name.
Juanita.
Boniface Joseph.
Okay, Boniface Joseph. Maybe it's easier if you post it in the chat so that I could just copy it. Maurice.tembo we've got. Juanita Whiting. I'm just going to copy that.
The cable of my charger.
So this is Juanita dot Whiting at Mailbox. Again, password 123456. Create. That's done. The next one.
Can I use your charger?
Boniface.
Boniface, yes. Okay.
Joseph.
Copy that. So we come in here and we just put Boniface Joseph. I'm going to make it lowercase. Boniface. Boniface.Joseph. Again, password 123456. Create. Please log in right now and change your password, and you can start using that Mailbox.
Please, the temporary password again. 123.
123456. Ephraim Goa. Copy that.
Just question my own.
No.
It makes a lot of sense to do that.
Ephraim.Goa. Again, password 123456. Create. That's done. And then we have, oh, the list is okay, that's, we have that. Copy that. Paste. That's M. This is good because we want to make sure we get it right. In password 123456. Create. And the next one is this one. Emmanuel Nazombe. Okay. Emmanuel Nazombe. In password 123456. Create. Please make sure you log in and change the password so that nobody. I think that concludes it. That's all right.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
I can see someone.
Yes, Maurice Tembo is still doing the email thing. Actually, I'm having a very slow internet connectivity here.
Yeah, don't worry. Log in in your own time and change it. Okay. Change your password.
I can see a number of people are just putting their names, but they didn't participate in the raffle. This was not meant just for anyone. It was meant only for the people who participate in the raffle. And we're using it as an example.
Yes,
just
as an example.
Just to show you guys how to use these tools.
Okay, and to access your email.
And then Juanita is saying that authentication failed. I'm not sure what she means. It says authentication failed.
Okay, the username, your username would be juanita.whiting@inbox.swiffen.com. Okay, so let me show you. I mean, if you would permit me, I can log into it here. So we're going to connect. Connect. .com. So I have one of the. So Juanita, the username is your first name dot last name at inbox,
Okay, she's
at
in.
inbox.swiffen.com. Okay.
She is in.
She's in.
Yeah, she sent a message that she's in.
All right, perfect.
That's good.
Okay, excellent,
Perfect.
excellent. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now, and then that concludes this part of the exercise.
Yeah.
Apologies if it took longer than usual, but we will do this every time. The email addresses will be only 5 for the 5 that are selected. And then, of course, the winning prize, 1 winning prize. And that's it. Thank you.
Okay, we'll just go quickly into questions. Brother Patrick, I see your hand is up. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Okay. My issue is with regards to registration on Transact. And I'm speaking on behalf of the tickets, the people that are raising tickets, and in my own personal experience as well. I have even seen in this meeting, I saw Tapelo Mkwena, I saw Samuel Muyendo, and we have Sandra Mkangani is part of the support team. What is happening, Dr. Linus and Brother Mbi, is that when a person registers on Transact, when you click on register, somehow the system does not give any indication of whether you've been registered or not. So as a result, a person will click again on register, and the next thing the system says, your email address is already taken, which according to what we found out yesterday, the person is already registered. But when they go to the login page to try to log in with the same email address, the system says your email has not been verified. And there is a lot of people that are raising tickets, people that are encountering the very same problems.
Okay. Were you online when I went through the process to register the raffle box?
Yes, I was online, sir.
Okay, so I put in the details, I submitted, and it took me straight to the inbox. There were no issues. Now, obviously, I know people may be accessing this from different parts of the world where internet connection might be a bit problematic. And I would only say that if you ever see a scenario where it says email address is already in use, just know that your account was successfully created, and then just log in. The login username is the email address, okay? Is the email address. So you need to use the email address and not your name to log in. I will share my screen and show that again to log into the account that I just created.
Yes. While you are doing that, say, please hear me out, and I hope Sandra is still here, or Tapele or Samuel. I tried exactly that last night with my own account, the one you found on the system. I tried to log in, and with the email address and the password, and the system gave me an error message that says email not verified. And I couldn't access that account. The only way forward for me was when you posted in our group to say you have turned off something on the system. I had to go back and re-register using a different email address. That was the only way for me. And a lot of people are stuck where they try to log in because the system has already captured their email. But when they try to log in, the system gives an error message that says your email has not been verified.
Right. Okay, we would look into that. Thanks for bringing that to our attention. We would look into that and see how we can resolve it. But we already made some changes yesterday because of the when that was brought to our attention, and that's why you were able to go through the process more easily to register.
Yes,
and I hope that will be the experience for everybody who goes now to create the account to register.
So the issue really is about verification then, because
yes.
Yes, it's about verification. So yeah, I think we would have to look at that.
Yes, the issue is about verification.
Yeah, we would look at that because at the moment, actually, all right, we would look at that because at the moment, I don't think we have enforced the email verification, the verification email being sent out to on Transact. Look, many people who registered on account used an inexistent mailbox, not because they want to cause any harm, but because they don't actually have a working email address. Or they wanted to register many accounts quickly, and they just decided to use random emails. And so that's why we introduced the email address, Swift Mailbox. And hopefully the community should take this up very seriously.
Dr. Linus, I think what we do here is I can see that there's a lot of people who are raising the same issue on email address verification and all of that, and access from the start. When they as soon as they finish registering. So what we'll do is that we'll go back and check, because we did not impose a verification element on account creation. So I'm not sure why the verification element is coming through. So we are going to look at it.
We'll look at it.
And we'll look at it. By the time we come to the 1 hour meeting tomorrow, we would have a solution for that, because it shouldn't be an issue for anyone.
Sure. Thank you, Brother B. Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah.
Thank you for looking at that. Also, I just got a message. I tried to log in from that post, and now it's telling me I have 6 hours before I can log back in, because I've retried too many times. It's just impossible. I am not living in an area where I have network or internet problem. I am living in America. I have no problem with any other site except for Swift. So please, can you have your tech people fix this? And waiting 6 hours to log in is just, can you please change that? The maximum to wait is 15 minutes when someone have overtried their times to log into any website, even into our custodial bank account. Waiting 6 hours is ridiculous. That's a message I just got. Now I have to wait 6 hours. So if this was an emergency and I needed to access my account, that would fail me.
Okay, very good point. We would change that. We will change that and reduce that time.
Hello, but even after the time it gives you to log in, when you go back, it's doing the same thing over and over again. It's just frustrating.
Okay. And it's also telling us our email address is wrong, and someone is saying that it's telling their email address is already taken. Now, this is ridiculous. My email address is a private email, and it's correct. I don't mistype my email address, and it's already pre-programmed in my system.
Okay.
Okay. You got the error message that your email address has been taken?
Mm-hmm.
No, someone else did.
No.
Post that. I got a message that my email address is incorrect, and that's right. Impossible. Okay. And it's also my password. They're both correct. I noticed on your website that when we try to log in, if we leave a space at the very last digit of our username or email, it will come back and give us a message that our information we put in is incorrect. Can you also fix this? Because the mouse automatically leaves a space at the end, especially when you select your email address that's already programmed in your phone. And so a lot of people are having problems with that too, because they don't know that they need to backspace after they enter their username or email address. That's something that the tech can fix.
We'll look into that. We'll look into that too. That's a very good point. If there is a space at the moment, it will count the space as an actual character.
Yes, at the end of our username or email address, it counts it as a character and then tell you that one of your information is incorrect, either your email, username, or password is incorrect. And so we don't know which is which, what's really going on. And if we're not able to see the password we type in, also some people are not able to see the password they type in, there's that little option to view it, then you're forever going around in a circle trying to figure out what you actually entered, what was it correct or not.
Okay, we would look at those issues and address them. Thank you so much.
Another thing is, before you go, when I've changed my password because I thought that was the issue, and it tells me that my account has been activated, but when I try to log in, it's not letting me in, and it's locking me out most of the time.
Okay, is that Swift account, or is that Connect, or is that Transact?
Connect. I think it's on both actually, because I can't get into any of them.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, that seems to be a common issue then. Okay, we would look into it. We'll look into it and we'll fix it. So those who are here, please try. Okay, as a workaround, whenever you get that, try to clear your cache. When you clear your cache, and then try to log in again. If that still happens, I know it's not ideal, but maybe you can try and exit the application completely, and then start the application again and try. If that still happens, then obviously then there is a big issue there we need to sort out. But we will look at it.
Is it possible to put a mini video of how to clear cache, probably at the Connect site when you go there or somewhere? Because the majority of people don't know how to clear cache on their phone or on their laptop. I know to clear cache. Most people know to clear cache on an individual app, but not on the whole system. But you're asking to clear a URL.
That's very true. Very true. We'll also work on that.
Yeah,
I think
that's clearing. What you're asking us to do is to clear our URL web browser cache, which is different than other cache. So if you can put something there.
Okay. Also, for those who, if you get a persistent issue like that, what I would suggest is if you have the app installed, delete it. When you delete it, the system will automatically sense that you've deleted the app, and then next time you want to access the site, it will ask you if you want to add if you want to install the app on your homepage, and then just reinstall at that point. That would also help to clear the cache and give you a new refreshed data that can then allow you easier access. But we would look into the login issue. It seems to be quite a widespread thing based on the number of concerns raised. Thank you so much.
So in the meantime, what will happen to the people who have just registered for the first time? It tells them that they have an account with Swift or Swift Connect, but they're not getting any link or any Swift number. What would happen? Would they still be able to receive any of the Lumia AKL, AKX?
Okay. If you register on account and you haven't received your Swift ID, it means that Swift ID has not been allocated yet. It can only be allocated once you confirm the registration, and then it's generated and sent to you. So the answer is no.
But my people have done that, and they've been going around in circle. They've done it on Connect and on Swiffen itself, and they're not getting the link or the 16-digit number. I've got one lady in the meeting right now.
Okay, we will take the following action. We will look at the list. Brother Mb, we can take a look at the list on the pending list on account, and we can force those to be activated as an exception.
I think what we need to do is the last person who just spoke. I didn't see their name. What I'm thinking is that we could maybe have a one-on-one.
Yeah, this is Pamela.
Sorry?
Pamela. Yeah, I have
Pamela.
sent some email to and some of the people have registered to a personal somebody
Please,
on here. Yeah.
Please post a ticket with a way in which we can contact you so that we can go through the issue together to see, because sometimes the issue that you may be raising is something that is easily solved if you know how to do it, so that when you communicate with the people you are talking about, you can just show them.
Correct.
However, it's not an isolated case with Pamela. I'm saying I'm looking at my son's link right now, which I clicked on to verify his email, which we've been trying to do for the past week.
Yes.
And it opened up and there's no information. You said to keep clicking it and eventually we'll get the digital number. Digital number is not coming up. I'm not sure how long that actual email is good for, that link, but it's not giving any information. So
okay, let's take a look at, since that one is very fresh, if you would permit us, we use part of these sessions to discuss new things, but also to solve problems. So I would ask for everyone's permission to perhaps spend a minute or two on that particular one and just take a look.
Because I see that this is a major issue.
It is.
Yes, everybody I know, all my downlines that have registered for their connect are having the same problem. Everybody has the same problem.
All right, Dr. Linus,
I would like to come in and support Sister Goddess there. It's so
rampant.
That's rampant rather. It has occurred today so many times, and I've had reports so many times, and I've gone in myself, even taken their emails to try and verify. Yes, the emails are being sent, but if you click nothing, it takes you to connect, and that's it. No sweeping.
Dr. Linus, please share your screen. Let's just go through it.
Okay.
So that everyone can see. At least we used a few minutes just to see what is actually happening here. At least for now, we may end up having to go back into the back office and sort it out before tomorrow's meeting in the evening. But let's just take a look, all of us.
All right, let's have a look. So for those who say issues about emails not being delivered, that's the email account we created for Raffle, Raffle box, which I logged in. And these are emails from the system that have been delivered for the transactions that we did during this session. And so that's one element which some people say they don't get emails, but our system sends them out. And just a sec.
For those that don't get an email, I just want to say, if you have a Gmail account, Swiffen email originally, when it first comes up under the Gmail have several inboxes, and it comes up in the inboxes that says, I think, updates. So we have updates, social and primary. Their first emails normally comes into updates and always comes into updates. Any email verification or password acknowledgement comes into updates in your Gmail account, not your inbox.
Right, okay. That is very useful information. So people who have it's worth checking if you have that kind of email service to check. Now, can I take, I'm going to just try and search one name. Can I take the full name of one of the accounts that has issues with the activation?
Goddess Marlene, please send
David, put it David, D-A-V-I-D.
Yes.
Last name Thurston.
Thurston. Thurston. Like that?
Yes. Thurston.
That's
yes.
correct, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're just doing an investigation here just to check. I mean, it says members not found. That's the full name, David Thurston.
Yes, I'm looking at his email from you here. So he's got a platform account and he.
Okay. Are you in a position where you can share your screen so we can take a look at the email address, the email that was received? Because
yes, I can show you the email that was received.
Okay, this is account, by the way.
On my phone, so I'm in here on the two. One moment.
David Thurston.
It's faster on my phone. My laptop is a lot slower. So let me tell you which I've logged in on my phone also. Hold on. Where it says Goddess Yeko Soso DK, GY. You see that account that says GY? Goddess Yeko Soso DK, and then Marlene beside it. That's my cell phone. You can allow me to share my cell phone.
Brother B, can you?
The participant alphabetically order, go down to G. You see Goddess Yeko, also DKGY. Allow me to share there.
I see David Johnson on the list, but not
G as in God, Y, and it's blue and white.
Okay, let me stop sharing my screen. Brother B, please assist our sister to share her screen.
Okay, if you stop sharing, she can just share.
I have stopped sharing. I've stopped sharing. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I see share. Did you give me access to share? Okay.
Yeah, you can share.
I don't see share screen. I see camera, book, web URL, document, photo box, Gmail. I'm not seeing the screen option.
Okay.
Your whiteboard, is that what I click on? What should I click on?
The green arrow that's showing up.
Yes, I did click there. And the option that comes up is Microsoft OneDrive, SharePoint, Google Drive Box, Photos, Documents.
So it's asking what you want to share. You have to indicate. I'm not sure what kind of phone you have.
Okay, I think the sharing there is to share what you have to other portal and not to display the contents of your screen on Zoom. Now, okay.
Yes, that's what's coming up.
We just need one piece of information. Where is the email from? The email that came in that confirmed a successful registration, where is it from?
Okay, it's
from which email address?
From Swift Connect.
From Swift Connect. So
it says Swift.connect inbox, that's Swift.
So it's not account.
That's not account.
That's not account.
That's from Swift Connect.
But the ones I was referring to are from accounts, Swift accounts.
No, let's
because it says his password was incorrect, so it's trying to reset his password. So he reset his password, Then he says, welcome to Sunif. Click the link to verify your email, which he clicked. So we're trying to get in so he can access his actual account, which he now has to connect.
Just hold on. Let's not mix up, right? Let's focus just the email address from where he got the confirmation email is not an email that comes from account. What does that mean? It means that the confirmation is for Connect and not for account.
Yeah, so what I'm saying,
let's start, hold on,
this is for my son, but I also have people who registered. I have them to, after they've gotten into their Connect, to apply for their actual account for the stimulus, who are having the exact same problem. Because
so let's sort out your son, and then you can give us one name from somebody who is having the same problem, and let's check right now so that we go past this. We know that we are going to do a further deep investigation.
And this is helpful for everybody, because if
the reason why we are doing this is so that, you know, while we are in this meeting, the members who are here would also get to understand how these issues come up. And sometimes these issues may come up, which are not issues that we should be having as a community, right? Sometimes it's issues that come up because there's something which is not working as it should work from the system. So,
or we have not communicated properly, in which case we need to clarify that communication. But the first thing, Goddess, is that the email came from Swiffen Connect, swiffen.connect@inbox.swiffen.com. That is a Connect related service. So that is a Connect related registration. That alone would not give you access to Transact, and it will not give you access to account. And they can wait forever for the 16-digit code. It will never arrive because that was not requested from account.
But we cannot get it unless we get into Connect and apply for it.
You have to apply for it, yes. Let me show you.
But she's saying that, so now let's now look at it from a Connect perspective. The issue now, because there's no link, the only, when you get a mail, that communication from Connect, all you need to do is to verify. Once you click it, you have already verified and you are open. You can go in, use the username and password, and then access.
That lets you into Connect. If you try and use the same password to log into Swiffen account and it doesn't exist, it will just say that this is somebody who is trying to hack our system, who doesn't have an account, and it will keep locking you out and extending the time for you to try. You know, 2 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, 24 hours, and so forth. Because the system is thinking that you want to be smart to gain access to something that you don't have access to.
But I registered in February to Connect, and still it's not letting me in. And else that I have registered, they recently, same thing, they're not getting in, and they have registered to Connect. It's not sending them any link or anything. So
okay, so you, is it still Pamela who is speaking?
Yes.
So you registered on Connect and it's not letting you in?
Yeah, I registered back in February when we were
What is the name? What is the name you have there? Let's check it.
Yeah, my name is
Brother B, just one second, please. Before we move to Pamela, let's finish off with Goddess. So Goddess, the email you received is from Connect. So your son registered on Connect. Now with the Connect registration, he can now log into Connect and start accessing other services, including account, including Transact. But he needs to sign up and register for those services separately. We don't automatically give Connect. We don't automatically give a Swiffen ID to everybody who has an account on Connect. You need to explicitly register for it. And if you would permit me, I can share my screen and show very quickly how you access that from Connect. Okay.
So what I'm saying, my son does have an account because he has an email from I think back in February
for Connect
from platform. Now I told him he has to connect. He has to get his Connect account.
All right. What name did he use on platform? Do you know?
It would be the same name. Find his email.
Because can you see this? Can you see this screen that I'm sharing right here?
No, it's just white and blue.
Oh, so you don't see the text on it. Okay. So if we look for pending users, then what I was expecting is that this is a list of pending users, right? Now, one of them here is Halima Ndesa. So if we put Halima here and
we can't see your screen.
Oh, you can't see my screen. Okay, I'm just going to stop sharing and try again. Let me try.
I have 2 other people that applied for their Connect account. I can give you their name after you check for my sons.
Okay. Share screen. I'm going to share this part of the screen. Okay. Can you see the screen now?
Yes.
So if somebody has an issue for a pending account, then we have a way of checking that. And what I was explaining is that this is a list that is pending, people who have not verified their emails, right?
This is for the account, right?
This
for
is
the
for
stimulus.
account. This is for the stimulus. This is the one that gives you the 16-digit number. Okay. So what I was looking to see, if, for example, we have Fatima Muhammad on the list, and we search for Fatima Muhammad. I'm just going to put Fatima Mo and then search. What I was expecting to see is, oh goodness, look at that. Fatima Muhammad. So yeah, I would have expected it to be listed, but goodness.
But not as many.
not as many as that. But anyway, that's on pending because they haven't verified. So it looks like again, email issue. Okay, they probably use an email address that is not correct, and therefore we cannot generate the code and send to them, or the generation email has been sent, but they cannot access it and activate it, and they have gone on and created another account and yet another account. They will never get it. And what happens after a while is that these get deleted after a number of days automatically by the system. They just get cleaned out.
So I think you see, fellow community members, this is part of the reason why we decided to do the 1-hour sessions every day of the week, because we want to deal with this kind of problems. We have just allowed this meeting to go into that space now so that we can kind of clarify for those who are in the meeting now. We have taken down the information of the issues that people have raised. By the time we come to the 1-hour meeting tomorrow, we would start with dealing with the email issues and all of that. But the key thing that we have noticed is that people make assumptions on where they have registered and what information they are supposed to get, or what username or what password they are supposed to get, and all of that. So we need to be able, and that's why we keep repeating the processes to say, you come into Connect, this is how you get into it. You get into account, this is how you get into it. To get into Transact, this is how you get into it, and so on and so forth. Yeah.
So Dr. Linus or MB, isn't it correct that in order for us to access Transact or our account, we need to log into our Connect first?
Yes.
Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
Okay. So we first need access to our Connect. Can you check the name Anthony Brereton and Lexley Gunness to see?
Okay, Anthony. What's the surname again?
Brereton.
Brereton, as in B-E-R-E?
No, B-R-E-R-E-T-O-N.
Oh, B-R-E-R-E-T-O-N. Like that.
Yes.
Brereton, like this. Yes, is that correct? Okay, so
yes.
I'm just going to search. And there you go. I have two Anthony Breretons.
Okay.
One was registered in August, one in September. So I guess they registered in September. They didn't confirm the registration. And they then tried to register again. So we have the
because they didn't get an email. We're having a problem with receiving your email.
Okay, so I'm going to now click on this here to submit, to resend validation email, okay?
Hopefully they're both the same person, because there's many people in the world with the same name, first and last name.
You have these details here. This is Toronto, Canada.
Yes.
You see here says validation email has been sent, has been resent. So our system has sent that message.
Can you now check one of mine, please?
Can you check Loxley Gunness? See if you can resend his.
Okay, can we do this in the meeting tomorrow?
Now, also, if you post a ticket, we have about over 60 people in the support team, and they have access to this infrastructure where they can check pending emails and they can resend validation emails. So if it's a persistent issue, post a ticket and it will be cleared up as well. But we can check one more before we go.
Can you check one of mine, please? It's Kariba Consolata. Can I spell for you?
Yes, please spell it for me.
It's K-A-R-K-O-P. Oh.
Just or type it on the chat so that you can copy it from there.
Have typed it. I've typed it already.
You've typed already on the chat. Okay, let me get it from the chat. Sorry.
Yeah, K-A-R-B-A.
Can't see it.
Consolata, yeah.
Just post it again.
Oh, right. Okay. Let me see. No. Who is it now? More chat.
Can you see my screen? I'm looking for the post.
Okay.
Dr. Linus, can you please check for me the caller room? Without putting my hand up the whole time.
Okay, I'm not seeing it. Okay, I mean you were giving it to me anyway. I can probably take it. K-A-E?
K-A-E-B-A. That's
K-A-E-B-A.
Yeah, that's the first name. And then you got C-O-N-S-O-L.
That's enough. That's enough. I don't think there are too many K-bars. So let's search that. No, it's not showing.
Sorry.
If that is spelled correctly, it's not on the list.
Because she get they did get an email to say to activate, and they did, but they can't sign in.
Not
So
from account.
they are
That
probably
email must have been from
Connect as well. They're probably talking about Connect, not account. Because if it's account, it would have shown as a pending account.
It was Connect. It was Connect.
Then it's Connect. Now, if you have a Connect account, your Connect account will not give you access to the Lumi account.
No, she was trying to get into Connect. The person was trying to get into Connect because Connect was the first one that she registered to.
Yeah. Okay, so if she still has the email address for Connect, then she just clicks on the confirmation or tries to log in. If you actually try to log into Connect, it will tell you that your email has not been validated and ask you if you want the email validation to be resent. So you don't even need to post a ticket. The system does it for you.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Dr. Linus, another thing about these emails we're getting for tickets, they do not address, they don't state what the issuer or the topic that tickets were created for. So we're getting emails that says, we've received your ticket number, say 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we will get another email maybe a couple of days later saying your ticket number 1, 2, 3, 4 has been closed. I don't see that as taking care of a problem because, you know, my face goes, we never discussed this. We never clarified it. And what does ticket number 1, 2, 3, 4 say? When we might have created several tickets or forgotten what the issue was at the time because of life has so many things that happens and our mind is in so many places. So if the tickets can reference what the issue was, that would be really good when they come in. Okay. And they send us the emails.
Okay. That's a very good point. We'll take a look at that as well.
Yeah, when I create tickets on the other side, I get an email with everything I posted. You know, give me a ticket number. It has word for word what my issue was, what I typed. And then so we can have a good communication back and forth about that. But the shipping platform doesn't allow us to reply and say XYZ about that ticket or how it was cleared up, or no advice as to what to do to clear up the issue on our side either. So we need a ticket email that give us correspondence back and forth until it's cleared up.
So what you are saying is that the ticket does not give you a thread.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
And it doesn't address the issue. It may be in the back office, but in the email
but normally there should be a thread. Normally there should be a thread. Okay, you see what Dr. Linus has just opened. Look at this.
Now, this is an example ticket. So a customer logs in and posts a ticket. With every intention, and I think it's very important to clarify this, please, when you receive a ticket, don't reply to the ticket in an email. Log into the ticket, come into Connect, log into the ticket, and then post whatever additional information you need to post. This is an example.
So if the issue of the, I don't know, well, some things have been cleared up since then, because before, if you're having a login issue and you can't log in, so it doesn't make sense to say log into Swiffin.
That's true. That's very true. That is very true. But once you have access to Connect, you can raise your ticket. In this particular case, that's a ticket number, and the customer says, "I'm not receiving texts in my email." Okay. And then one of our support team members responds. So you have the audit trail here. And if the ticket is assigned to somebody else, we have the audit trail on who it was assigned to. In this particular case, this one was assigned to Brother Patrick. And then Patrick would liaise with the customer and the ticket then be subsequently closed once it's been addressed. So please, if you want to respond to a particular ticket, come into Connect and respond on the ticket. Don't respond to the email that the system generates and sends to you. Okay, because this is our tracking environment for ticketing. If I open another example, this one, for example, which says awaiting customer reply, you open it, it's relating transaction registration on Transact. So customer says, I am failing to register on Transact. It keeps saying email already. I have cleared my cache and I am still not able to register. Then a member of our support team responds. And then we wait confirmation from the customer after that.
Can you verify, are we now able to create a ticket without logging in or do a chat, as most sites give us that option?
Create a ticket without logging in.
Yes, or do it, or a chat where we can actually get our problem solved. Most website has a chat.
Yeah, with our platform, I think you have to log in. You have to log in to post a ticket. Yeah, you have to log in to post a ticket, because that way, the moment you log in, the support team knows exactly who is posting a ticket.
Okay, so can we then go to our email and do a support.swiffin or connect or contract? Because if we cannot log in, if that is the issues logging in, we will not get this solved.
Okay, I think a solution there would be to put a support email where general support questions can be sent. And then perhaps that information can then be used to automatically create a ticket for that issue that has been submitted. We will look into that.
It's getting more complicated. A simple support email address that we can.
But that's what we're saying. That's what Dr. Linus just said, that we'll create an email on Mailbox where people can send those kind of requests.
Okay, so a mailbox that says support at Connect.
Yeah.
Or support at Swiffin.
Yeah. Okay, can we just take Boniface Joseph and then we'll wrap this up. Pamela, please send a message onto this.
I just want
Pamela, please send a message on the post a ticket with your details so that we can reach out to you.
Hello, sir.
I just made the food.
The emails that were created just a while ago for us, I tried to change password from the settings. I can't find the portal.
You can't find where to change.
Yes, I checked general settings. I can't see where to change the password.
Dr. Linus, maybe just show him where to change from settings. Just bring up the screen.
Okay, let me share my screen again. Just 1 second. So when you are in Connect, you go to email, and then you click on this link, access Swiffin Mailbox. I'm going to open that in a new window. And then you come to this. Log in. The email address we created at the start of this session was Raffle. box, add inbox.different.com. And of course, there was a password. And then you log in. Is that clear? And these are messages that have already come into that mailbox while we have been online, relating to the transactions that we were doing earlier on. Now, if you want to change your password, okay, then you need to go to settings. Let me move this. So you click, you see on the top right here, there is an icon of like an image of a user. You click there and you click on settings. When you open the settings, pardon?
I can't see your screen.
Oh, you can't see my screen. Okay, let me stop sharing and then share again. Okay, so if you're looking at the mailbox on a laptop, then you might see something like this. Okay, this is the inbox we created during the start of this session, and these are some confirmation emails already that have come in as we were doing some transactions. If you want to go into settings, go to click here, and then you see the settings button. Okay, you open it, and then you get this menu on the left-hand side, and password is one of the options here. You click, and then you put your current password and your new password, and then set new password. Now, if you are looking at this from a mobile phone, then you might see something like this. Okay. In fact, you can go in here and you can click on mobile version. On a mobile, this is what it would look like. Okay. If you want to go to settings, again, you need to click on this button on the top right. The settings button gets revealed. When that opens, now you don't see the settings because it's hidden behind the menu. You need to click on this arrow here to reveal the menu. And then you need to close that menu. But to reveal the menu, you click here, and then see password, and then you see settings. You then go back, and that's where you are. So on the mobile, it will look like this. To create an email, to send a new email, you just click on this green button.
Okay.
It comes up, you put the address where the email is going, and you put your message, and then you click again to send.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay. Okay, I think that is it for today. We are going to bring this meeting to a close. We've gone a lot longer today than we've ever gone in any of the sessions. I just want to highlight Lumka. I've got your details. We'll reach out to you tomorrow in the course of the day. Okay. We'll reach out to you in the course of the day tomorrow, Lumka. And we need to get to the bottom of the issues. Pamela, please send a poster ticket so that we can come to you as well tomorrow and try and resolve the issues with your members. And then Empress Marlene, it would be wise for us to also have a session with you and go through these issues that you are raising for the members who are trying to activate on the different platforms. Okay. So, Dr. Linus.
Yes. On the email issues, the general guidance is that, you know, if you receive an email from the system, look out, it should say Swift Transact, or it should say Swift Connect, or it should say Swift Account, or it should say Swift Exchange. Okay, so keep an eye. Like this particular place you see on the screen I was sharing, those were from Swift Transact.
Dr. Linus, the ones for the account come back saying platform, Swift platform.
Okay, that's correct. Swift platform. That's correct. Swift platform. In fact, we will update that so that it's consistent with the naming convention. So thank you very much, and we have our daily daily hour tomorrow, starting at brother 6 p.m. UK time. Hello.
Also, just one note for the application site for the account, for the Swift account.
Hello, ma. Hello.
It's not consistent with whether it asks
good
for
evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Please, I'm here.
If you're not talking, can you mute, please?
Hello, ma'am. Please, I'm here. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Okay, ma'am, please, I need your assist. Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, please, the last time I check up my KYC and later on I enter my transaction ID again, I did not.
Dr. Linus, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I think Abdul Rahman was saying something. I'm not sure whether Goddess had finished the point she was making.
No, so I would, you know.
Yes, please, just let me finish this. I was just saying, can you please remove the Connect ID box from the Connect registration page? Because people are getting confused. That page only need to request for the Connect digital ID link, but it also has a box that says Connect ID. One says Connect ID, and I think it says Connect link. So we don't know what to put there. We don't need a box that says Connect ID when that is actually a registration to get a Connect ID.
Okay, that's fine. We will update that before tomorrow.
Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Thank you so much.
Answer my question.
It should actually say Connect.
Okay, please, I enter the transaction ID. It will show me my KYC. And the later
Mohammed, let one person speak at a time. Mohammed. Please, guys.
Okay, sir. Please, can you assist me for my question?
Let's not behave like this. It's a bit rowdy. If you want to ask a question, raise your hand. We are calling people who have raised their hands.
Okay,
if
so
we just keep, yes, if we just jump, someone is speaking and you jump in front of them, it becomes a bit rowdy.
Okay, sir. I'm here. Okay.
Go ahead. I think, hold on. Empress Marlene, are you done?
Yeah, I was saying it should only ask for Connect link. Because there's a confusion. I've screenshot all the pages, and it's difficult to know what's a Swift ID, a Connect ID, an account ID, and you're interchanging those words and references on different pages. And so it's a trial and error trying to figure out which one goes in the box. Boxes. So at the registration site for Connect, first of all, remove Connect ID box, and that should say Connect, remove Oh, see, here I go. Remove the account ID,
Okay.
from the registration for the account page. Is that clear now?
That's clear. We will look at
Okay.
it, and that will be corrected before tomorrow's.
And what you're asking for is actually the Connect digital link.
Correct.
Correct. That's
Correct.
what
That's
should
all
be
we
there.
need.
Connect digital link.
Yeah, that's all we
Okay.
need, which is your
So we
profile
know
link.
what to put in there. Thank you.
That's super.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
We'll make those changes tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Hello, I'm here, sir.
All right, Mohammed, go ahead.
Okay, sir. Please, for my transaction ID, I did register on 1st of October. So the account they are giving to me before is PE something number like this. So after I register my KYC, I cannot see my KYC on the screen again, and they have changed my account number. So please, how can I go to do for that question?
Okay, it is very important.
What is your name? You said your name is Mohammed.
Mohammed Abdurrahman.
Okay, just one moment, right? I'm looking at it right now because, okay, Mohammed Abdurrahman, I have it here. From what I remember, we took a look at this account because I think there were 2 or 3 that were entered, that were registered. I mean, Mohammed Abdurrahman Ekoogi. Is that it?
Yes, sir.
Is that you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, your KYC has been approved. What is the issue? Your KYC has been approved. I can see that it's been approved. What is the issue then? Mohammed, did we lose him?
Maybe.
Okay, he's not talking anymore. Okay.
Hello, before you go, I've got one of my invite on the Zoom that have registered and having problem. So can you please talk to my invite, please, Kariba, because she's getting email to say she's been successfully, she have an account and I was able
I have
to
seen, is the person who is the name we were trying to check
Kariba.
earlier.
Yeah,
I've seen the message come through and the way the name was spelled was wrong.
Okay.
I've seen her message come through now.
Mm-hmm.
The way the name was spelled was wrong. What I suggest we do is that, as I've said, post your details on a ticket so that we can connect with you. I'm just trying to check also here on the background. Kariba Consolata. I saw the message come through now. And I'm wondering whether it's for account, it's for connect, or for
It's for connect.
Transact.
She not registered to connect, yes.
Okay. So which means she will not have account. She will not have, I'm actually searching here. Kariba Consolata. Just one moment. Consolata, yeah, there. Let's see. It's searching. Okay, so I see 3 hands. We'll take one question from each person and then we'll close. We meant to have closed a long time ago.
So what happened to Kariba?
I am searching while we are taking the other questions.
While you're taking the questions, Brother B, perhaps I could help. Where are we supposed to be looking for that? Is it an account?
On Connect. On Connect. Juanita.
Good evening, Brother B, Dr. Linus. I want to ask you regarding one of the actually two beneficiaries, but I'm just going to take the one, give you the one beneficiary. It's called Laru. I did the registration. It's only these two beneficiaries that's got this problem of disconnect. I mean, with the email that is not verified. And I did the registration. I verified the email addresses. So I can't understand why is it throwing it out that the email has already been taken. Because whenever I'm on the meeting, then I go back to the beneficiaries and I do.
What is the it's on which of the, is it on Transact, is it on account or on Connect?
It's on Transact because his account, his Connect was everything done. So I went into Transact now, but I can't.
What's the person's name? Give me the person's name.
CARL. CARL.
Yeah. Leroux. ROUX.
Yes.
Is it one, Leroux is one word or is there a space?
No, Leroux, it's two. It's LE space ROU.
And then space Leroux. I can't see him on Transact.
No, he's not on Transact. He's not on Transact yet. Because I tried.
Leroux, as in ROUX?
Yes.
ROUX.
Okay, it's on Transact, but they haven't provided the KYC information yet.
Because I can't go into his Transact. If I try to register him, it says that his email has already been taken. If I go into
the account has been created already.
But if I log in, Dr. Linus, it says that the email address is not verified. The same thing is happening to my mother's account.
Okay, you have the password?
Yes, I do have the password.
Part of these sessions, I mean, I'm sorry it's taken long today, but it's troubleshooting. And usually those who come with these problems, you can imagine many more people out there who are facing the same thing. So if we can get to the bottom of it and resolve it, then it helps many, many, many other people.
Yes.
So take a look at that one because I can see it on my screen here. Just 1 second.
I can see it as well now.
Yeah. So
there's no picture.
This is it here, right? And that's the email address. Can you see?
Yes, I can see it.
So, but if you check this name on that KYC, you see that KYC information has not been provided yet because nothing was shown. He hasn't submitted it.
I couldn't go in to register him or even to do the KYC.
Okay. Do you know the password that was chosen?
That's white O2 red.
YO2 red.
White O2 red.
Do you mind if I try and log into that account with your permission?
Certainly, Dr. Linus.
Pardon?
You may.
Okay, so I'm just going to open a new window here, and I'm going to just do this.
You know, Dr. Linus, as you're now looking for this account, there's like 3 people from Cape Town. It's not even beneficiaries that's under my name. They contacted me on Facebook and they asked me just to help him. They don't have, I don't know that they forget their Swift ID, but they gave me the name and surname and I checked it on the Swift, but I just get the name and I don't get the surnames. But there's like one person, the name is like 3 times on Swift, but there's no surname to get to it with the 3. But now I can't give the Swift IDs to them because this woman is like looking for the Swift ID. I asked him, where's the lady that actually registered them? She said she don't know where the lady is anymore. What do you do in things like in cases like it? Because I mean, these people also want to get onto Swift and they don't know where the people is that register them.
Yeah.
And I told them that we usually go on to the meetings and I'll check with Dr. Linus and Bradley to find out how we can handle that situation.
So what you need to do is, if you have the email address for any of those people, their name, email address, maybe phone number, you can post it as a ticket. Then we would go into a deep dive and try and see how we resolve that.
Okay.
So to log in, you put the email address. So is that email address correct? That's carlluru213@gmail.com, right?
Yes, that's right.
And the password, what did you say the password was?
White, like in white?
Capital or lowercase?
No, it's low. It's white, O2 red.
O as in the letter O?
The recording has stopped.
It's O2 red.